Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to what is now episode 10 of this survival series, Project Survive. So welcome. These iron golems die behind me. Let's move away from the noise that they're making. Yeah, welcome along. I've got to start off with a little bit of bad news. There has been, well, I don't say a murder, but my villagers have gone missing. The three that were here in minecarts, they've all disappeared. Now, there's a couple of ways that might have happened. Either a drowned with a trident has spawned here, which I totally forgot was a possibility. Shot the trident at the villagers and killed them, and shot the trident at the minecarts and broken those, and they've just despawned. That's, well, sad news. What did I have here? I had one Fletcher, which was trading me sticks for emeralds. A cleric that was trading me rotten flesh for emeralds. And the librarian giving me the Silk Touch book. But it's not the worst loss. It's not like they're upgraded very far or anything. So the other option is that there's been a glitch and some entities have just despawned and disappeared from the game. It's something that has been known to happen before. However, all of these villagers seem to still be here. Well, those two anyway. And there's still a bunch here, at least 20 odd in that pile. However, there was one other odd occurrence that happened. The chicken farm broke. Now I came back, find this sand block missing. Now again, yeah, that's exactly what happens. That just means it's spitting out lava every now and again. Just like that. That's why I've got this button as a manual reset. But what you see happen is every time the piston pushes it up, and the sand falls down, it briefly becomes an entity as it drops. Now either the entity is despawned and glitched out in the same way that those villagers did and the minecarts, or there was a weird bug in the redstone timing and the piston actually broke the sand as it was falling as an entity, and it just ended up as a block on the floor, a bit like that, and then it just despawned. Now, I'm not sure if it was that. I'm not sure there's anything I can do to fix that, but I'll keep an eye on it for now. What have we got planned for today's episode? Well, if we head up to the top, up to the storage system where we see what we did last episode, we labelled up and filled in the filters for most of the items. There's still a few that are missing. I can't remember what this one was now. So, other than that, you might have noticed we've got things like stone, bricks, smooth stone, sandstone, and all these types of stones, but we haven't got things like cobblestone, we haven't got dirt, we haven't got, well, normal stone. Now that is because I'm going to be putting them in bulk sorters out here in these areas. Things like shulker box storage systems, bulk sorters, storage silos, and packers, like for item crafting, which I'll be doing things like melons. I think I mentioned that before. So those are something I want to get started on today. I'll see how many I can do and reroute this, obviously reroute the water streams to be able to sort into those sorters and packers out in these areas there. I'm also going to go and head over onto the roof of the nether. We were there last episode, we got up there and sort out some new portals. I want a portal over there to the ice biome, and I want a portal over there to the forest. And I'm going to do that by putting a network together on top of the roof of the nether. Because obviously everything's faster on the nether because you travel 8 times as quick. But before any of that, I can't sleep yet. Before any of that, I need to go and grab some more obsidian, go mining, and then I'll be back on the roof of the nether and starting to link up all of these new portals. Okay, well I've got these portals linked up and built, all sorted. One here, one over there. I can see this little scene. I like to do this using the Armor Stands book. credits. Let me just show you. Credits there. It's a brilliant book. It means you can manipulate armor stands, put them into positions, give them the items, fine tune what you want them to do. I'm not particularly good at it so far, but you know, we learn. Obviously, this is the one that goes through to where the ice is, and over here, I just need to finish off pose of this guy just here. It's in there, but this is the one that goes through to where the forest is. There we go. I think I just need to lock him in place. That's all that's left to do. Lock him in place so I can't nudge it by mistake. Yeah, just chopping down that tree, and that's what I do when I go through this portal. I'm not going to do that for now because it's night time and it's not lit up. But I'm going to head back through to home and go to sleep. And then I'll get started on grabbing some of the items that I'm going to need to build up the bulk storage systems up on the top layer of the base. Right, so I've actually got something to do which I didn't expect I'd be doing in today's episode. Now, over the last couple of hours or so, I actually spent some time out in the nether grinding out wither skeleton skulls. And you can see I've got 3 in my inventory now. So I think it's pretty obvious what it is that I'm going to be doing right now. I'm going to be taking on the wither. Now, the way I like to fight the wither, at least for the first time anyway, is build a long underground tunnel and simply summon the wither at the end of it. I'm going to leave a little bit of space to make sure it doesn't glitch into a wall and through the walls. And remember to turn down the volume because it's going to get very noisy. Now, as I say, I haven't got the best tools, the best armour, but hopefully this should be good enough. Turn down the volume. Hopefully this should be good enough to help me to survive. Let's go. I'll wait for it to explode. Here we go. Oops, okay. Here it comes. So slowly it's going to move its way along the tunnel. And all I have to do is keep attacking it as it moves along. I'll use the arrows in the first half until it becomes invulnerable to arrows like that. Second half. And then you just sit here and smack it. Now, this would be a lot faster if I had smite on the sword, but I haven't got all those enchantments yet. And honestly, it doesn't take that much time. There we go. Nether star and an armoured wither's head. Not bad at all. Let me just put the torch down so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. So now I've got that nether star, I think it might be time to go and set up a beacon back at the base. Make the most of it. Okay, so I've built up the beacon base. You can't see all of it, but it is the full 9x9. I think getting that iron farm definitely helped me. Is it going to light up? There we go. Now for the first time, let's fire it up. I'm going to take haste 2. I always take haste 2 at the start. No, I'll tell you what. I'll have jump boost regen. Jump boost is quite useful around my base. Jump boost 2 for now. Let's do that. Got plenty of iron. There we go. Jumping up super high. Now all I have to do is scaffold my way out. And there we go, first beacon. Excellent. Well, there it is, the beacon beam coming right up through the centre of the base, just as I planned it. The reason I like jump boost is you can, well, jump around on top of, say, the sorting system. I'm going to adjust it much more easily than I would be able to normally. And let me just check, this beacon effect, it does reach all the way out to the edge, doesn't it? Yes. Yeah, so the entire of my base will be covered by this beacon. Brilliant. So in a break from all that storage system malarkey, I've decided to come and have a look. See if I can find that the stronghold, the ender portal, And I actually think just about found it. As you can see, the eye of Ender doesn't really go anywhere, it just drops on the floor, which tells me that it is, well, directly under here. So I'm going to dig down. I don't think I'm going to go through the portal, not today. I'll wait and do that maybe next episode, maybe the one after. But for now, I just want to discover, see if I can light it up, and see if I can find where the, oh, there it is, where that stronghold is. There we go, and I've got the achievement. So let me go and explore this right now. Well, I explored most of that stronghold already. It turns out the portal's right next to the entrance. Okay, I've got 11 of these to make. Do that. And that. And plop these in. As I say, I'm not going to go through today. Because I'm really not kitted out for it. But that'll be a job for next episode. I did, however, pick up a couple of decent books. A Flame and a Piercing 3. A couple of diamonds, a bit of gold, and a golden apple. We'll see. Maybe they'll be put to good use against the Ender Dragon next episode. Anyway, back to the storage system. Since the last clip you saw, I've actually made a decent amount of progress up here in the storage system. Namely, in this corner here, where I've got bulk storage for some of the bigger items. Cobblestones, stones, dirt, sand. Now what I've done is I've taken 3 or 4 chests for each of them, so they can fill in from the storage system. And what I'll have soon enough anyway, is a pile of shulker boxes, a supply here, so that once these fill up, I can just fill up a shulker box and put it back in the system, well, into this barrel anyway. So these barrels will be full of full shulker boxes, and all I'll have to do is manually go and fill them up. Now I could make some shulker box loaders. I might do that in the future, want to install some upgrades to this, but for now, this is good enough. The other one I've done is just through here, in this corner, I have got the processing area. So these are the ores that I'll mine up that I'll need to fortune. So for nether quartz, diamonds, lapis, redstone and coal. And these are the ores that I can smelt down for iron, gold, and ancient debris into netherite. So again, I've got all the smelters that I might need. Obviously the ores will go in the blast furnaces because it's much quicker. And I thought I'd just put in some more smokers and normal furnaces up here, just for completeness. Again, barrels to store some coal. Now what I haven't done yet is linked up the water streams to this. As you can see, my input system is just there. So what I'm going to do is redirect this from the input down this line and along through the processing, so that any iron ore and gold ore and those sorts of things get picked up first before it goes. All the rest of the items just go into the system. So that is my next task, and I'll see you when I've done that. Okay, so I've got the water stream in now, directly from the input chest, or barrel anyway, over the ores and back into the main storage system. I did have a little bit of a problem, for whatever reason, probably based on them coming out of here at some sort of angle. They were getting to here and flying off to the left, and I ended up with items just sat about there. No, more like about there. Oops. Sat in the hoppers just here in front of me, which obviously is not ideal. I don't want items to be stuck there. And that is why I've put this double chest row here, to make sure that it's aligned perfectly right at the edge of this block and doesn't go in the hoppers but over the edge of the hoppers all the way along. Let me just chase after that glass pane that will just send all the way around. Whoops. There we go. I've just blocked it off while I've been working on it, so that. Oh, I've just sent round. Chase after some of them. Chase after some slabs. Here they come. Excellent. Whoops. And let's put that last water in, and it's all primed and ready to go. Brilliant. There's one more thing I want to get done in the storage system, at least for now anyway, and that is to go into maybe this corner, maybe that corner, I haven't quite decided yet, and put in a mini auto crafting station, or an auto packing thing anyway, for things like melons and kelp, and yeah, that's it, melons and kelp. I'm trying to think, maybe there'll be something else. I'll think about it as I'm building them up. The things that I want to pack into shulker boxes and craft into blocks. So let me get on with that. Alright, well, as you can see, just through here I've put together 4 of these modules. One for melons, one for pumpkins, one for kelp, and one for bamboo. Yeah, bamboo in there. Now the way each of these works is the items will flow along the water streams as normal, go through one of these sorting modules, same as we've got all the way around the rest of the base, and flow into this this little section here. Now this is a shulker box loader. I don't honestly know where this came from. I've been using it for years and years now, so there's loads of different designs online. This is the one I use quite a lot. Basically, the items sit in this hopper here, and a shulker box is dispensed here. At the point when it's full, the comparator gives an output which breaks said shulker box, and they get picked up and put in this barrel here. Now the only thing that's missing, well, 2 things that's missing. One is some way of loading in shulker boxes. For now I'm going to do that manually into these chests at the back. Eventually I'll probably put some sort of rail to do that for me, and also the shulker boxes. Now of course those bits will come in the next episode when I go and do the End Dragon fight. But before I do that, I've got to get a few items together, a decent bow, that'll do, some arrows and some armour that will help me survive that. But yeah, that's going to be a job for next episode. For now, that's everything for today. Thank you very, very much for watching, and like and comment and subscribe if you're not already. I'd really appreciate that. It helps out the channel, helps out the videos so much. So until next time, thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.